Some of the dumb stuff sometimes you say. Now, I'm 61 years old, Rust Belt, worked in the steel mill 32 years. I was working 6 days a week, unlimited overtime, when Jimmy Carter was president. Got laid off for a year and a half when Ronald Reagan came in. I wonder why. And then another thing about this election and everything. Every time I look on television, all I see is a rebel flag, a bunch of white people.
This guy's still blaming Reagan after all this. Was 40 years ago? Damn.
Running around, tearing up the Capitol, which I'd never seen in my 61 years on this
I
earth.
hadn't either, and I'm as disgusted as you are, sir.
But you seem like to defend Trump. And
did I defend the looters, the rioters, sir?
They do. You're nothing but a spin doctor, Mr. Elder. A spin doctor.
Hey, at least you call me mister.
It's like Fox News.
Been called worse.
Always spin something when Trump does something stupid. You know, I got 35 black and a few Latino people, and we listen to your show. You should hear the things that they call you. So you have a nice day, and you stay on your side of the fence, Mr. Elder, because we know.
Isn't that segregation? Isn't that discrimination? Isn't that Jim Crow? I got to stay on my side of the fence? Isn't that what MLK was talking about? And he wrote that letter?
It's buttered on, and it's usually the lighter side of the bread. Have a good day.
My bread is buttered on the whiter side of the bread. Now, this is always fascinating when I hear it. I'm assuming the gentleman is black. You have any idea all the white people I've criticized? What color is Bill Clinton? What color is Joe Biden? What color is Hillary Clinton? What is the white side? What color are all these left-wing people that I go after? What color are all these news people I go after? Notice no fly zone over that. All he cares about are the black people I criticize. Now, have you noticed I don't criticize conservative black people? I criticize left-wing black people. I want to give you guys a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, okay? Because you can't get enough of me. I know you can't. You know you love the show. Because I'm entertaining. You never know what I'm going to say. And it's always thought out well. You know it is. You're driving home and you're going, damn, that made sense. I hope I never cease to amaze you. I never cease to amaze me. Is that arrogant? Notice people call me, I'm either called arrogant or I'm called self-loathing. Now, which one is it? It seems to me if you're arrogant, you're not self-loathing. You ought to pick one side of the fence. Pardon the metaphor. The buttered side of the fence. Telling people to work hard, telling people they're not victims, telling people that no one's holding you back, that makes me the villain. That's how ingenious the left has been. I'm the bad guy. This guy's the good guy. This guy's the good. He's being applauded by the left for setting Larry into place. Finnegan Biden calls her grandfather and says, Pop, this isn't fair. Look at the disparate treatment between mostly white protesters and mostly black protesters. Did she ever call him up and say, Pop, I just heard in the Larry Elder Show there are 13 public high schools in Baltimore where 0% of kids can do math at grade level. Pop, I just heard in the Larry Elder Show that only 15% of black kids can read at proficiency levels in California. Pop. I just heard that 70% and 50% of black and Hispanic kids, respectively, are born outside of wedlock. And I read that Barack Obama said a kid born outside of wedlock is 5 times more likely to drop out of school and commit crime, 9 times more likely to be poor, and 20 times more likely to end up in jail. Pop, if this was happening to predominantly white people, don't you think there'd be a different response? So shouldn't you do something? How come that never happens? Because white liberals only care about black people if they assume that the plight can be connected to racism. But the plight has to do with too many kids being born without fathers? I don't want to talk about that. Crime being committed by blacks against other blacks? Young black male, 8 to 10 times more likely to be a victim of a crime than a young white male. How about that discrepancy? Finnegan? Pop? How about that? You don't want to deal with that, do you? Pop, how is it that the majority of urban black and brown people want choice in school because they feel K through 12 is lousy, yet our party doesn't want that. Pop, it's not fair. You wouldn't send me to a school like that, would you? They never say anything like that. They just want stuff that they can use to cry racism, racism, racism for votes. It is manipulation. It's a con. And this guy fell for it. He's still pissed off at Ronald Reagan 40 years ago. He have no idea how the hell he's being manipulated. And by the way, under Ronald Reagan, sir, black unemployment fell faster than did white unemployment. As I tried to explain to Mr. Tavis Smiley, he wouldn't want to hear it. I guess you don't want to hear it either, right?